Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Ray. Today's reading, I'm going to be doing a reading on Halle Bailey. She is part of the singing group Chloe and Halle. And I think a lot of you know her from her most recent role on TV, or film actually, in the theaters as Ariel from The Little Mermaid. So I'm here to give you the tea. She's relatively young, and she's very talented, apart from being a singer. um, she is an actress, so we're gonna see what's coming up for Halle Bailey, and then I'll do later on another one for Chloe. These are up and coming stars that I'd like to do a reading on. So yeah, let's see what comes up with Ariel. And I think that she did an amazing job playing Ariel. It was very refreshing to see someone with such talent and a beautiful voice, to carry on that role. So all right. The first thing that I kind of felt, and it's something that I felt intuitively before I even pulled cards is, I did get, that she needs to be careful. I feel like this could be like in a relationship, she's so young that I feel like there's people that are trying to pull her in different directions. Almost like I get like handlers or people that would just be very influential right now in her career, like people that her manager, people that kind of want to like pull her. Like I saw a clip of her recently at a premiere for the movie, and I believe it was a her manager was the blonde girl or somebody. I don't know if it was a publicist, but it was someone on her team, and they were pulling her from her hand. She couldn't even speak. I thought that was a little aggressive. I know that she has to be in a certain place, certain times, and it's probably part of show businesses. But I feel like if she's not careful, there's just going to have all these people kind of like chiming in and having something to say, and it's going to be like it's going to change her and kind of like make her feel like she has no life, that she's just a machine. Um, but the devil card did come out, the very beginning of this reading. So I think that she needs to be careful because I do think the dark side is trying to pull Halle into that, even though she's not a part of that. She's like far away from that completely. I also get the Nine of Pentacles, which is again just her like kind of maybe coming into this money, being that she's so young and having this power and this money. It can change a person, and I think that she's going to have to remember her family's guidance and stay grounded. And I feel like she can stay grounded, but money I feel like is going to be something that they use. Which the industry is very known for that. To try to entice people that are very young and kind of it changes them not for the better. But I see her actually putting in the hard work and what the work that she's doing now, this role of Ariel, in the Little Mermaid. I do think that it is actually going to take off. Her career is going to take off. It's going to soar. And I think that there's a question is like, what direction does she want to go? Is she going to have to leave music behind and to focus solely on a career of film? Or is she going to continue with her sister in that music group, or solo projects? I feel like down the road, there's solo projects for her in music. I feel like Chloe and Bailey eventually are going to go in separate directions. Although they're always are going to be sisters and always have that love. They're not twins. A lot of people think that they are twins, that they're not. The Knight of Pentacles actually it comes out as well. Um so it's going to be like there's going to be things that come up, that are going to require her to step outside her comfort zone, and they're going to have to see whether or not she's determined, to pursue it. It's going to be tests like how passionate are you for your acting career? How passionate are you in your music career? So I feel like she's going to have like different people pulling her in different directions. And a lot of this might be family or like management, that's pulling her in directions like I feel like she may not want to decide. She wants to do a little bit of everything, but they're going to make her decide. And I feel like so this year is like a lot of changes, and I feel like she's going to have to be prepared to choose one or the other because she's not going to have time to dedicate to both is what I keep feeling. And I feel like she's going to have challenges. She's going to have to put boundaries, like I said, have boundaries and protection around her. With the Seven of Wands that comes up, it's like she has good people around her, but then she also has people that are not so good. I feel like her makeup artist is a good person. I feel like people that do her hair, her wardrobe are good people. But then I feel like there's people like in her management team or her publicist team that might be a little bit more vindictive or a little bit more manipulative. I'm not saying they're bad people, they're not, but I just feel like at times, that anybody can fall into that category. But I feel like she needs to be very cautious of where this is going. I also feel like because she's so young, people think that she's full of stamina and that she can, withstand working long hours with like minimal sleep. But I actually get the Four of Swords. So I actually feel like she's not careful, being that she's so young, she can get sick. And then, sickness doesn't mean like something bad. It could be just something like exhaustion, vitamin deficiency, but things that the public eye probably won't know. Only she'll know. And again, I'm not a doctor, I don't diagnose, but I just feel like from a spiritual perspective and intuitive perspective, the Four of Swords is like she's going to need rest. She's going to need to slow it down a little bit because I feel like she's going very, very fast. And I think in that whole and her whole career, part of like what she has in playing in her inner psyche or her background is that she doesn't want to be poor ever or like have to struggle because she's reached this level of success. How can she, ever want to struggle? But there's this fear um about her not having like money or resources, and that kind of does scare her because she's just starting off her career too. I mean, she's been in the business for a while, but like I'm saying, her acting career, it's like taking off. um with the Five of Swords, I feel like there's going to be power struggles between her and other people. She's going to have to be careful how much she divulges to certain people, how much she trusts other people. Because, like I said, I feel like she's in danger of like people throwing her under the bus. I feel like there's a scandal that comes up within a year or two from now that comes up around her, and it's not for the good for the good. And this is what a lot of these people do in the industry. They become your friend, they get to know a lot about you, then they use personal things against you later on, or if they have any dirt on you, they use it and turn it against you, and turn you into the tabloids or, etc., reporting you anonymously, acting like they're innocent. But that's what I kind of feel is going to happen to her. Be really good for her to have like non-disclosure agreements with friends or people even on her team, for her to protect herself. Because I feel like she's going to have to make things right. I feel like there's also like a lot of her people that are managing her may not like her sister, Chloe. I just feel like they may not like her, they may not want her to work with her sister because they want her to have her own separate identity. And I get it, that's fine for acting, but they are sisters and blood comes first. I just see this drama with the Five of Wands all around her. Like she's gonna have to be careful. A lot of the people that she is working with or that has around her are dramatic. And then I feel like there's this wealthy guy who's a lot older than her, not maybe a lot older, maybe in his late 20s, early 30s, because she's relatively young in her, I think, early 20s. I feel like there might be like a guy that's interested in her sexually or romantically rather, but I feel like this guy is a white guy or Caucasian. I don't know what would be her preference or she has one, but if it's not, it's somebody that might be light skinned too. He could be African American, just light skinned. But I feel like this guy is a power person coming in with wealth and stability, but it's keeping an eye on her. And I don't like the way that he keeps tabs on her. It's not that he's like trying to get anything out of her because he has his own money, but I just feel like he's a little much bit of like he's done this before, or like he's been in a serious relationship or married before, and now is looking at her as a potential mate. But she's gonna have to be careful. I see her moving forward and progressing in her career, but along the lines there's going to be a lot of things that come to the surface, things that have been hidden from her, like lies, manipulation. People that she would think that would never betray her are going to expose themselves. um and I feel like she's going to have a variety of choices, down the line of what she wants to do. I see her like even getting into beauty and skincare along with clothing lines and stuff like that. And the Wheel of Fortune comes out and it does show me again, like she has good things coming to her, but I also feel at the same time, um, if she's not careful, she could fall pregnant at a very young age, but again, it's almost like an unspoken of or unheard of when you're like a starlet like she is that's up and coming and budding, that you would get pregnant. Because I feel like her getting pregnant would be like a total derailment of where I see her career going, which is why I feel like there's this older gentleman or this person that might be interested in her romantically, and this could actually shift her career, shift her entirely. But the Sun card makes me feel like again there's a lot of blessings, but her life this year, moving forward with the Little Mermaid, there's been a lot of like skepticism because, she's the first African American to play a role that has been so Americanized, if I want to call that or say explain it, so there's a lot of controversy about that, which is again, racism is a real thing, and I think that we're still living in a world of racism, but I feel like her life is there's a lot of like repercussions from a lot of this, like people sometimes when they see you happy and reaching a certain level of success, they want to tear you down. They don't want to be happy for you. They want to run their mouth and say things that are not true and fabricate stories. And so I feel like with the tower card, there's like there's a lot of sudden and chaotic changes and energies. Certain of her plans and things that she wants to do might be canceled. But she comes in as the Queen of Swords, so she's going to be learning a lot about life and the direction that she wants to go. I also think that there's almost like a TV series, like a horror film or something. I keep feeling like a horror movie offer a role that she might be offered at some point. And I think she'd be a really good actress in that too. But I keep getting like a horror movie, a horror role. I don't know why. That just came in very randomly from Spirit. But yeah, I feel like she also will have time to focus on a relationship later on. But anything that it would be like love life oriented is just going to serve as a distraction as of right now. I feel like that's not the direction that Spirit wants her to go to or go in. And I feel like she's going to also eventually have a degree from a college or something, like she's studying or would be studying something, and then we'll hear about it later. But that's what I'm getting and I'm seeing for Halle. And I think I'm a big fan of hers. So shout out to Halle. And thank you for all of you out there that have requested for me to read her and her sister. So I'll be reading Chloe, sometime soon too. And many blessings. If you have any follow-up questions, I'm sorry, if you have any suggestions here on my channel of people that you want me to read, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button as well as the notification bell icon. Turn that to all so that way you'll be notified of any, live broadcasts that I do, any readings as soon as they're coming out, etc. And as always, I love and appreciate you guys more than anything. So thank you again for being here. Until next time, bye.